Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know like channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So tonight is the night of the fan forum, but before we get into that bit, Sheffield Wednesday have been linked with Aberdeen defender Jack McKenzie. He's out of contract in the summer, so he can technically speak to people on pre-contracts. It will be able to see what we could do here. Now, ours are considering making a move to try and sign the Aberdeen youth product who could be available on a knockdown price given that he's to leave for free in a few months' time. Now, that's interesting because that's the case. That's even better because he can speak to clubs directly anyway because he's out of contract. The Aberdeen CEO, Alan Burrows, said last month that dialogue remains open regarding out-of-contract players, and they're hoping he stays. Now, they would like him to come in, but when they could have this situation where we get someone in like this, and it's great, and you get him at a knockdown price. You think about it, that's a really good thing to do. When to get him a knockdown price, we sort out a decent player to come in. Fantastic. We managed to sort it out. Now, reading from what some of the Aberdeen fans have said, they've done the whole usual when they take him for us kind of thing, and that does tend to happen at times. And you do look at that and you go, okay, what's so bad about it? But also, Danny makes hints of what he wants to do in the future for Wednesday. Now, this is nothing new, by the way. Before people start going, oh, this is with. It's something that Danny wants to do. This is something that's been said by previous managers. Darren Moore said it, saying how we need to make a point of making sure we get players our own when it comes to the prospect keeping hold of key men. So Danny went on to turn around and said, of course, we have some interesting players now at good age and performing good levels. If we're doing well and we make a lot of things right, there's always a good chance to keep players here and you convince them. We have created an identity here and we show them. I think the relationship between my players and my staff and the relationship with me, big part. It means if they get a request, they won't immediately jump away. But of course, if you are successful at that moment, we're not bad, then there's interest from clubs will come. We've tried to develop and push more and more. And the thing is, I think it's one of those things when you look at the strategy of it as well, we need to start having this kind of thing where if we have got some top youth players and there's somebody who wants to be willing to pay us what we ask for it, I think you have to turn around and say, hey, let's have a conversation. How much are you willing to give us for them? Is there a buyback percentage we can do, vice versa kind of thing, or a certain percentage? He went on to say, I think maybe he comes to a point where this is a strategy from the club. It's not my final decision. Maybe point come to sell some players to make some money and reinvest. This is strategy for the club. It's only what I recommend. But you can create value and this is normal process where comes a big fish who catches a smaller fish. This is normal. If you do it smart, you have a chance to build up new players again. But it's a big topic. It's not a topic for now, for this point. And I get this. Now, one things, I got this a little bit with the whole Michael Smith thing yesterday, right? People have said for years and years, why are we letting players run the contract down, and when a big offer comes from, we're not letting them go, especially when in the last 6 months. I get it, I understand it, especially with Michael Smith and with everything that's going on at the minute. Everybody wants to had the whole thing going. He's the only one going. Him and Josh are the only one going. So why would we let him go? I understand, I get it, but we are the club that is notoriously bad at selling players. We don't sell players. We let them linger their contract till the end, and then you're like, well, that was youthful. We could have got X amount for them, but we got nothing for them. So I think there's a part of us where strategy got changed. Like, you've got people like Bailey, Pierce, sure, maybe Rio. Maybe they go on and do really well, and you cash in on them. But if you cash in on them, you've got to make sure you can reinvest that money. And that's the bit where I'm not 100% sure we'd be able to do yet. So it's interesting that. Right, fan forum tonight. Let's talk about it. So I will be doing probably a little short on as an overhaul. But when things come out tomorrow about it, because tomorrow will be the day where most thing comes out, because I think it's going to go late. If you are going to the fan forum, be respectful, kind of thing. I know some people will go, well, DC's not being respectful. Well, why should we be? Be respectful, set the tone, and see what happens. Because you set the tone right, it might go well. I hope it's under 2 hours. I doubt it's going to be. They normally go on for bloody hours. I think we're going to get some flagging matches tonight, potentially. There was a rumour going around that it'd been called off. I don't see it. If it did, it would have been already said by now. I'm pretty damn sure of it. But the fan forum video tomorrow will be very, very interesting because there'll be a lot to talk about and a lot to say about what potentially gets said, potentially gets talked about, and how it goes. Now, again, I think ticket prices, season ticket prices, how the club's catering is, stuff like that is good stuff to talk about. I think asking if there any time scale on developing both training ground and Hillsborough, i.e. with training ground, is the chances of moving it. I think the thing you're not going to get is anything about the finances of the club. I just don't see it. I don't see Chancery talking about the finances of the club openly and saying X, Y, and Z. I think that's something we're going to have to look at doing later down the line, maybe another fan forum. I don't see financial stuff being talked about in this. I think he'll end up trying to turn around and go, hey, not something I'm willing to talk about right now. Move on. We'll have a different story about it and stuff like that, because I don't think... Thing is, I've seen some other fan forums that's happened recently from other fan groups, and they said, some of them have gone, we said we're not going to be busy in the transfer market, and a lot of fans have gone, oh right, so we're not going to do anything. And I don't think Wednesday can afford to do that. I don't think Wednesday can afford to be not busy in the transfer window. We need players in. Now, a lot of people are going to go with the usual thing with this comment and pick up and go, you're deluded if you think anyone coming in. If you actually think anyone coming in, you got nothing coming. Danny said that he don't think anyone coming in, kind of thing. Let's see. Let's just wait and see on that one, because I did say I thought when they needed a player in by today. I'm more and more likely seeing that we're probably not going to. I think we'll get a clearer picture of what Danny could have worked with tonight, in terms of budget, in terms of what he's doing, in terms of what he can do. I think we'll probably get a clearer picture. I think that's something that's needed for Danny out publicly. I think we'll have the usual, there isn't a real set budget. We just work with what we can. We go with whatever it is. And then if there's a deal to be done, I make funds available and we do it. Let's just see where the fan forum takes us tonight, because I think it could be interesting. I think it's going to be spicy, and I think we're going to have to be very patient with whatever happens tonight. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. There will be videos, like I said, most likely during the night. It could be a busy one, I can feel it, that. And they'll probably be like little shorts. I'll probably make them 3-minute shorts and just do an overview of bits and pieces and go more in depth tomorrow. But yeah, it can be an interesting night.